Greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us for yet another film on the channel. According to Swift, XRP will serve as the bridge exchange for more than 11,000 financial institutions. Ripple would be in for some pretty excellent news to hear that. Consider the consequences that might result if they were to take 10% of all the orders that have been made on Swift. To put it another way, this would result in a significant increase in the price of XRP. With that in mind, that is going to be the topic of discussion in this film. In order to be notified when I post new movies, I would appreciate it if you could help me out by hitting the like button and the bell icon. Because of this, we are going to talk about a variety of other topics as well. What do you think of Ripple giving a presentation at a meeting of the Federal Reserve Bank in roughly a month? When it comes to the price of XRP at that moment, I believe that will be very beneficial. How about we take a look at this chart? At the moment, the cost of waves is approximately 60 cents, and don't you think that it has been that way for quite some time? The price of Bitcoin has fluctuated both upwards and downwards on multiple occasions. Nevertheless, we are going closer and closer to the conclusion of the symmetrical triangle, which indicates that there is a possibility of a break to the upside. If you believe that the price of XRP will increase, you should look into Margex, where a variety of cryptocurrencies may be purchased or sold, and where you can utilize this technology to increase the amount of money you make. There is a link to that below the movie, so make sure you check it out. You can find it below the movie. Let's take a look at the decision that the SEC made. According to Ripple's top attorney, however, it is highly probable that the Securities and Exchange Commission will appeal Judge Torres' decision. Because of this, the matter might be brought all the way up to the Supreme Court. As a result of this, he is still confident that Ripple will emerge victorious in that contest as well. Therefore, the Securities and Exchange Commission has until October 7th, 2024, to present its argument. This indicates that we still have 10 days to go there. It is imperative that you pay close attention to that particular aspect. Let's take a look at some of the facts regarding the associated connections with Ripple. That being said, the CC does not have any issues with the plans that BNY has. Because of this, BNY Mellon is providing the service of storing cryptocurrencies. It did not matter to the CC what kind of cryptocurrency the BNY plan was for. They were aware that it was for two different crypto assets. Gensler stated that the bank may be able to provide custody services for cryptocurrencies in addition to Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange-traded funds ETFs. It is ultimately up to the bank to decide whether or not they choose to provide additional coins to its customers. At this point, things are going to start garnering an incredible amount of interest, i.e., in the future, banks will have the ability to store a variety of different forms of crypto assets. Therefore, let's have a look at that right now. Is that okay? In other words, just a few days ago, or 5 days ago, Ripple and BNY Mellon formed a partnership with the intention of altering the manner in which assets are tokenized and the way money is operated. It is now possible for BNY Mellon to hold both Bitcoin and Ethereum as a result of this. Have collaborated with Ripple in order to tokenize physical assets. As a consequence of this, BNY Mellon is now able to affirm unequivocally that they are now accepting XRP as a means of payment. I believe it would be a major deal because it would make it possible for a lot of businesses to purchase Ripple that are currently unable to do so. As a result, there is unquestionably something that requires your attention there. Ripple seems to be in for some pretty positive news with this. Before we move on, let's talk about the 11,000 banks. XRP is going to be the bridge exchange, according to Swift's statement. More than 11,000 different companies. The total value of the transactions that Swift manages is $5 trillion. Imagine that XRP is used to trade links with Swift. Can you see that happening? They have control over more than 11,000 companies and $5 trillion in assets. That has the potential to be highly beneficial for XRP. Consequently, as I have mentioned in prior videos, the following is a list of bank IDs that are included on the papers that Ripple requires in order to start up Ripple services. Alright, this has a great deal of information. Nevertheless, I would like to take a look at the bank IDs today. It can be stated that China, Hong Kong, and the Philippines have already been provided with bank documentation. I have a feeling that this list will continue to become longer. Now, let's take a look at a few of these financial institutions. Given that it is clear that they have already provided these banks with their bank IDs, it is likely that we will soon observe some kind of operation at this establishment. The following are the largest banks in the world. JP Morgan and the Bank of China are both included on this list for Hong Kong and the Philippines, as we can see by the list. In other words, these are the largest banks in the world that are going to be getting bank IDs, right? They are not just handing out things at random, is that correct? Paying attention to the fact that these have previously been distributed at some point in time is something that you should absolutely do. Please have a look at this photo of the Federal Reserve Bank below. This is the location where the 8th annual FinTech conference will take place from the 22nd to the 23rd of October 2016. Right now, let's have a look at the speakers by scrolling down. Clearly, there is an issue that pertains to the most recent advancements in the field of payments. In that case, who is going to be present here? Chris Larsen is the executive chairman and co-founder of Ripple, and Brad Garlinghouse serves as the company's chief executive officer. At this event, they are going to give a presentation on behalf of the Federal Reserve Bank. Moreover, that is something else that you ought to be paying attention to at this very now. The term newest payment invention is being used to describe this particular innovation, although Ripple is present. The ability to make payments is still not available, is that correct? In light of the fact that they are working on a stablecoin that is expected to be published before the end of the year, I believe that this will be very beneficial for XRP. Are you in agreement that XRP and Ripple will both have a significant amount of potential? The manner in which we pay for items in the modern era is unquestionably undergoing transformations as a direct result of them. As a result of this, it is extremely slow, difficult to use, and not inexpensive. Therefore, blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies have the potential to make that a great deal better, and I believe that Ripple will be a part of it. Additionally, Grayscale offers an XRP trust that accredited investors can join in order to trade in XRP. This trust is available to participants. The distributed network that is utilized for transmitting money across borders is powered by this trust, which is known as the XRP ledger. Approximately a week or two ago, Grayscale announced that they were intending to initiate their XRP trust in this location. In the future, this might result in the creation of an exchange-traded fund ETF for XRP. All well, so that's another item that needs to be kept an eye on. Or perhaps it is not an exchange-traded fund ETF at all. Simply said, they are going to allow BNY Mellon to keep the XRP in this location. This might be the objective for the long term. The CC is not going to provide its approval to a large number of different exchange-traded funds ETFs. The alternative is that they are going to allow several coins to be held by various banks, not only Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange-traded funds ETFs, but Gary Gensler also suggests that the bank might be able to store other types of currencies as well. They will be able to store any coin they desire in this manner. They have the ability to enlarge the number of cryptocurrencies that they provide. One of the first items that will be included on that list is going to be me. Consequently, let's also have a look at this. Between the Bitcoin season and the altcoin season, we are beginning to drift toward the altcoin season, and I believe that this trend will continue at least for the foreseeable future. It is possible that the price of Bitcoin will continue to rise, but I believe that a significant portion of that money will be invested in alternative cryptocurrencies, particularly those that have practical applications. I am of the opinion that the payment industry will begin to experience significant growth if a significant amount of payment infrastructure is constructed on XRP. You should direct your attention to this particular aspect. At this point, let's take a look at some further information regarding the ways in which XRP and SWIFT can collaborate. Alright, more than 11,000 financial institutions are expected to use XRP as a bridge exchange, according to SWIFT. According to Jack the Rippler, in this particular scenario, merely 10% of the environment of SWIFT would cause XRP to be worth more over $1,000. Now that we have evidence, we can say with certainty that SWIFT may be adding XRP. But how they interact with R3 and SWIFT is as described here. We are going to add XRP, right? As an illustration, they are using this particular coin as an example. No further coins are included in their listing. For this particular instance, they are focusing specifically on XRP. Taking all of this into consideration, I think that this might be a very excellent deal for the price of XRP. If this is successful, there will be a significant increase in the price of XRP. Given this, it is quite evident that this might be seen to be very bullish. As of this moment, there is no evidence to suggest that more than 11,000 financial institutions will make use of these. However, the fact that we have discovered a great deal of knowledge leads us to believe that. Therefore, if you like watching this movie, please click the like button and subscribe to receive further videos similar to this one. If you are interested in longing or shorting XRP, you should make